With relatively lightweight attacks across the board, you may wonder where the fight is in this fighting type deck. But rest assured that when played correctly, this deck can pack a punch. You will want to aggressively anticipate your opponent's moves on every turn, turning each battle into a match of wits more than fists. This deck contains 2 Hitmonlee, 2 Marshadow, 2 Aerodactyl EX, 2 Farfetch'd, 2 XP, 2 Pokémon, 2 Old Ember, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Sabrina, 1 Giovanni and 1 Leaf. In Hitmonlee and Farfetch'd you have 2 options to begin attacking immediately. More often than not, Hitmonlee may be the better choice, as few as 2 hits from its stretch kick attack can knock out a lot of weaker Pokémon your opponent was hoping to build up on their bench. And against the popular Gyarados EX decks, it can even take out Magikarp in a single turn. But Farfetch'd gives you a nice one-two punch by giving you ways to attack the active Pokémon, allowing you to apply pressure all over the board. With X speed and Leaf in your deck, you have numerous ways to pick the right attacker for the right time. By the way, since Old Ember is not considered a true basic Pokémon, you have an even better chance for starting the game with Hitmonlee and or Farfetch'd. Importantly, you shouldn't be afraid to have your leading Pokémon get knocked out. In fact, you should eventually be happy to see it happen. That means Marshadow's revenge will hit for 100 damage on the subsequent turn. Your hope is to pick up another one-hit knockout, such as against Pikachu EX due to its weakness to fighting-type Pokémon, and if the opponent's active Pokémon isn't within that HP range, use Sabrina to force another Pokémon on their bench that is. Aerodactyl EX also helps to keep your opponent's Pokémon within striking distance. It is primeval low ability. Again, this is where Sabrina can be useful. If your opponent is forced to put a Pokémon in the active spot that they were hoping to evolve, you can slow down their strategy even if you aren't able to knock out that Pokémon in one shot. Aerodactyl EX also has a fairly powerful Land Crush attack, but often you won't need to promote the Pokémon to the active spot, preventing your opponent from picking up 2 points by knocking it out. However, don't be afraid to use Land Crush when you see them opening late in the game. Players have found this core of fighting type Pokemon to be very effective against the top decks in Pokemon TCG Pocket community tournaments. It can be a little tricky to play in a random versus match because you are likely to run into a wider variety of decks than in tournament settings. But I think you'll agree it's satisfying to shut down some of the strong attacks in the game.